Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be giving my first impressions on The Temple of Dreams by Padsmith. And this was kind of a, kind of something I did not want to really talk about, kind of a surprise video I wanted to do because I know I've been using the Saturn for a while, the Lethal Gaming Gear Saturn. However, I mainly got this mouse pad for two reasons. One, the insane artwork. This is like easily probably one of the top 5 mousepad designs I've ever seen, like ever. It is so beautiful. It just looks phenomenal. I love this like black and white planet temple aesthetic. It just looks fantastic. And I thought the logo would be a little bit more annoying when I like to look at the images of this. However, seeing it in person, it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was. I thought it was going to be like way big or anything because I do have a problem when like mouse pad logos are like huge and they kind of just take up a lot of the space of like actual good artwork. However, here I feel like it blends in enough to the point where I don't really mind it. It's really, really good. And I think it, again, blends in with the actual artwork. So logo aside, the main reason why I got this wasn't only for the artwork, but for the second reason, which is the more controlled nature of it than even the Saturn. The Saturn, the Lethal Gaming Gear Saturn, was already, a very, very well-known mid control pad. It was like in the middle of control pads. It wasn't like a slow one, but it wasn't like a super fast one either. It was like a middle of the road one. This is a little bit slower, but that's what I like about it. But also just the feeling, that just overall just feeling it, and also just gliding any mouse across this, it just feels smoother to the touch. And that's what I really, really like about it. It doesn't have like a little bit of like a kind of rough surface as the Saturn does. The only thing I wish was that it was just a little bit bigger, because my Saturn, as you can probably see from that outline, yeah, the Saturn was like basically just a big square. So it was a lot taller than this. However, yeah, I don't really mind that it is like a little bit shorter either. And one thing I did really like was just the unboxing experience. It felt very, very premium, and it also was just a flat-end box. However, even with that being said, it'll probably take some time for like the tops, for the top of the mouse pad to be like fully flattened out. As you can see, there's still some kind of moving there. So it still needs time to, actually fully flatten out. So maybe I'll just put something on it to like, flatten it faster or whatever. But yeah, just again, the design is phenomenal. Just the overall feel of it is just really, really good. It just feels incredibly smooth. And also again, this design's just phenomenal, just amazing. And I'm just really, really glad I got this. It is a little bit on the expensive side, I will say, $45. However, I think that's good. Like, I think that's good enough, especially because you're getting an insanely detailed, like, mouse pad. Like, I do not have a problem with paying a little bit extra for just high quality art. So, yeah. I think it's very, very well priced. I really don't think it's super overpriced, especially since there's a lot of mouse pads even nowadays that are like $50 that are just regular kind of bland looking mouse pads. And that's another reason I got this mouse pad, mainly because I was just kind of bored of a lot of like very standard, black, mouse pads that don't really look all that cool. And I'm not going to be like looking at my mouse pad a lot while I'm in game, but it's still just, a nice thing to have. And just, when I glance over anytime I actually do, it's nice to actually see something that's interesting rather than, just it being very, very bland. And this is coming from somebody that likes like bland colors as well. I like just standard black stuff and like stuff like that, just plain colors most of the time. But yeah, mouse pads can get kind of boring, especially since a lot of them are just very, very plain looking. I wish a lot more mouse companies, especially like super, super popular mousepad companies, actually put like kind of intricate designs like this, because this aesthetic is beautiful. I wish more companies really did this kind of planet otherworldly kind of design to the mouse pads, because the only ones I really see rather than Padsmith doing like these designs are like, I don't know, I just see like anime mouse pads, and that's really it. And I don't have a problem with them, but yeah, that's really all I see. I only see like kind of like a few kind of like otherworldly mouse pads, and then most of the other detailed mouse pads are just like anime stuff, and I'm fine with that, as I said. But I just wish more mouse pads just had this intricate of a design and just more of a, fantasy like look to them. But yeah, as I said, it will take some time for this mouse pad to like fully flatten out because, as I said, the top still does kind of move a tiny bit, but it's really not that big of a deal. I'm not going to be like swinging my mouse up here all the time, and it'll just flatten out as time goes on. I mean, the Saturn that I got wasn't fully flattened out of the box like this one was either, so yeah. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot else to say. I'm just really, really happy with this mouse pad, and I cannot wait to use it more in game, and I will give a review on this mouse pad later, do not worry. But yeah, that's basically it. And I will see you guys later. Goodbye.